Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Little change up in the position. Can't get a hold of Coach Kevin Creasy, so we'll slide on to the head coach of the Stewarts Creek Redhawks, head coach Ben Caudill. How you doing tonight, Coach?
Doing well, Stork. How are you?
Always a good time to talk to you. And finished 5-6 overall, 2-3 in the region. And what's been going on down at Stewarts Creek High School? Did you hear Burt Brown talking about how much he enjoyed coaching at Stewarts Creek?
Yeah, I did, and definitely was good to, hear the things that he had to say about, his time at Stewarts Creek. Really excited for him and his new position. We've been in touch, the last few days and weeks, and really, really excited for him and his wife and his new position. And I know he's been in touch with a few of the coaches that we had at Stewarts Creek, and definitely excited to see his success down there at Albertville. And I really owe a lot to Bert in my career, and there were a lot of people in my life at the time when I was an assistant at Brentwood that advised me not to come to Stewarts Creek with the history of the program and those types of things. And I was 30 years old, and Bert basically handed me the keys to our defense and really gave me free rein to really do whatever I wanted to do, and trusted me. And honestly, he just wanted the ball back, and learned a lot from him. And certainly he changed the narrative of Stewarts Creek football very fast, and was really supportive in me getting the position. And just been a really special ride the past few years, and getting to this point in our program. We've made the playoffs every single year the last 4 years, and that was something that hadn't been done at the 6A level before he was there in 2019. So, awesome to hear, him and, his story since he's left, getting up to Tech and getting married and getting a new position, and definitely excited to see what he does down there.
It's important to get that chance. It doesn't matter if you're trying for a new job or whatever the case may be, but it's important for your employer or your boss to say, here's the keys. It's your team. You do it the way you want to, but I don't care. Stop somebody and get me the ball back.
Yeah, it was awesome for me. Of course, it was very bittersweet for me to leave Brentwood and leave, Ron at the time. But due to cost of living and where we've lived ever since, we had our oldest son, George, it was definitely the right move for me and my family, and did not take long at all to just quickly fall in love with Stewarts Creek, and just so proud and honored to be the leader of our program. Everything that Coach Brown said about Dr. Harrell and Stewarts Creek is so much more true now even than it was then. And, the job that Dr. Harrell does in leading our school, we just, won, I think, our third straight national championship in cheerleading. Last spring, both baseball and softball, both advanced to about the top 4 or 5 in the state tournament. Just so many positives. We're now actually, Stork, the biggest public school in all of Middle Tennessee, and I want to say the 4th biggest in the state. This past semester, about 6-7 months, we've had unreal growth in our school zone. Everybody's trying to get in our zone. The value of a diploma from Stewarts Creek High School is clearly really, really a big deal. And, I really feel like we're starting to come into our own as a school, and everything that comes with that. And, so definitely excited about the last 4 years and what we've been able to do as a program, and hopefully we can keep the ball rolling.
Any changes in your coaching staff, Coach Caudill?
Yes. So our outside linebackers coach, you probably remember him from your time at Smyrna, Billy Coleman. He was coordinator in 2010 up until maybe 14, 15, somewhere in there. He is taken the position of defensive coordinator and strength coach at Wilson Central under their new head coach, and definitely hate to lose Billy. He's someone I've really, really developed a deep, close friendship with, but he's kind of getting a double promotion with the ability to call a defense again, and also be their strength coach, and that's a spot that he has definitely earned, and I'm really proud and excited for him. We've also kind of a unique addition to our staff. So one of our assistant principals got hired at Smyrna West as the principal there, and our AD got promoted to assistant principal. And so anyways, I was able to, Dr. Harrell was gracious in allowing me to hire basically his replacement kind of as a bonus teaching spot. So we hired Eric Davis, who was the head coach at Maplewood. He played receiver at Vanderbilt. Was a part of those state championship teams at Ezel Harding in the early 2000s. Spent some time with the New England Patriots, so he's going to be coaching our receivers. I couldn't think of anybody else that I'd want to coach our skill guys, and definitely really excited about that addition as well. And we've also hired a replacement for Billy on defense as well that I'm not kind of in the HR process right now, so I'm not allowed to.
Well, let's not blow the HR process. I mean, let's not mess it up.
Yeah, but needless to say, we had, Stork, we had three. We're not a very old school, going into year 11 as a program, but we had three former players on staff, which is really special. Just really excited about the continuity that we have, the loyalty that our coaches have towards our program, and most importantly towards our school, and excited to, continue moving forward this off season with those guys.
What's got to happen for spring practice? I mean, what do you guys got to get done as far as working all these new coaches in and getting those guys, used to the logistics and everything? But what's got to happen over that time, Coach?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of different ways to approach spring. I think, the biggest thing is, we've got probably 20 players that are involved in a spring sport. Most of them are in track. I want to say about 14, 15 are in track. A few are in baseball, a few are in soccer. But I think the biggest thing, Stork, is just getting really, really fundamental. One of the things I love most about spring is, you're not worried about a game plan. You're not worried about, this is what I've got to get done this way, this day. And I love, hey, if we didn't do something very well, we're going to reteach it the next day.
Exactly. It's repeat because football is repetition. You do it over and over so that when you get to Friday night, you don't have to think about where you're supposed to be or what you're doing when the ball is snapped. You're already there. Yeah,
and so spring's a good time to slow it down and, emphasize the teaching component and everything that comes with that. Obviously, excited to, work in some new faces. We've got a really, really talented rising sophomore group that I think there's several guys in that class that are going to have a really good chance to be playing on Friday nights. So that's another, piece that's exciting about, just getting those guys accustomed and acclimated to how we practice at the varsity level, those types of things. And, selfishly, Stork, I'll say that, this time last year we were practicing on our game field, but we were, trying to save money and not, do all the off-season stuff with our game field with, conditioning it and, all the seating and off-season stuff. So it was not a very good, practice surface. But, being able to, have our beautiful new game field and spread out and do all of our practice on that, is something I think that's going to be a big deal this whole off-season as we, kind of have that new field in place, the whole off-season as we get ready for the fall.
7-on-7, what do you got planned?
Yeah, well, we're actually doing something different this year. We're going to my alma mater, actually, in Arkansas, and there's a big Sonic 7-on-7 tournament there with teams from several states, and I'm really not doing it for the, competitive component, but, it's a tournament that's going to be well run. It's an opportunity for us to get away as a team and, stay in the dorm and do some of those things to connect that the last few years really haven't, provided us the opportunity to do with COVID and other things like that. And they've got a full 100-yard, turf field, full 100-yard indoor, and it's just going to be a tournament that's really, really, run well and, got the returning 7A state champion in Arkansas and several teams from other areas as well. We'll do a few local ones that we always do. We always play, my mentor, Mark Uverard in NBA, they're coming to us this year. We do a few other really small ones like that, but we are, going to kind of buck our trend and do one tournament this year. And it's really more of a team bonding thing than, trying to do an all-day tournament, if that makes sense. So that's kind of our plan with the passing leagues.
Coach, I can't thank you enough for you joining us on the Inside the Headset, and hope to talk to you again real soon. And we will be back. We'll be back and try to catch you this fall.
Stork, that sounds good as always, man. Appreciate everything you do for high school football, and appreciate the show as always, my man.
All righty, thank you, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yep, see you.
All righty, bye-bye.